So coming into a comfortable seated or laying position. With breathwork, I do feel that laying down works for me better, so I'm comfortable. But if you prefer to sit up, you can. And today's session is a breathwork to connect us to our heart chakra and to infuse any blocks or anything perhaps that we may be having with some affirmations as well. And I'm going to be calling in the energy of the goddess Kuan Yin. And she is the goddess of healing, compassion and releasing. So if you're open to receive her energy as well as mine, then say yes in your mind's eye or out loud. And it's a chance for us to have self-compassion and heart healing. And our spiritual growth is directly connected to our emotional healing and our inner well-being. And when we resolve emotional conflicts and inner fears, any fractures, wounds, past pain and hurt, perhaps any times you felt alone or abandoned, broken or afraid, all the parts that you reject about yourself, it's an opportunity for you just to start to clear that, bring it to the surface and transmute it off with love, forgiveness, kindness. So with your energy and mine and all of those that are doing this, just working with that energy and Kuan Yin's, and just start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And this is just a short little breath work. It's an opportunity for you to take some time out in your day to give yourself some attention and some time and space to show your body and your spiritual growth that you are ready to show up for yourself and give yourself that love when you need it the most. It's really easy to do all the nice things when we're feeling good, but can we turn up and do all these things when life's getting challenging and we're feeling overwhelmed? This is where the magic and the power comes, because when we can learn to control our internal worlds and responses, using the breath we can learn to balance our hormones and our glands, and everything else will start to work in harmony. So we're just going for another 30 seconds with this breath. I like to breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth. If this isn't comfortable, then you can breathe in through your mouth and out through your mouth. And try and bring the awareness, the breath into the belly. So we can come out perhaps of fight, flight, freeze, fawn mode and go into our rest, digest mode. So last 10 seconds with this breath. And just taking a light breath in. If you can, pull your belly button in, lightly squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, the muscles that stop you having a wee, and pull that energy up and see if you can bring it to the front of your heart space between your chest and up between the shoulder blades. Holding for 15 more seconds if you can. If not, release the breath and go back to that breath. And keep holding that breath. Last 5, 4, 3, and releasing it out. We're going to start to take 2 breaths in through the nose like this. Lightly pulling in. If you want to squeeze your pelvic floor muscles as you're doing this, of course you can. Helps to build the energy up. So if you've got any stuck, stagnant energy in our lower 3 chakras, our root, our solar plexus and our sacral, this can block the energy getting to the heart. And then the old stories that are keeping us stuck in like a lower energy, like maybe fear, guilt, shame, they're stopping us from opening our heart to live more freely and connect to the upper chakras, which are our throat, our third eye and our crown. And they are that connection to that spiritual world. And once we start to clear and open these channels, everything can flow through easily. We can start to manifest and call in what we truly desire, because we're coming from a place of love and abundance. So staying with that 2 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you're doing this, I'm going to start to read some affirmations to you and just allow your subconscious to take them in for the next 45 seconds. I am open to love. I open to loving and accepting myself fully. All love resides in my heart. I let my emotions flow through me with ease. If you need to slow the breathing down, you can slow it down. If you want to go faster, you can go faster. I allow myself to feel my feelings, and my feelings are always valid. Taking a breath in, pull the belly button in if you can, maybe lightly squeeze your pelvic floor muscles and pull the energy up, or imagine it coming up to the front and the back of the chest. Perhaps you see the colour green or pink and it starts to circulate around your body. And we're holding for 45 seconds, but if at any point you need to let go, you're going to release the breath and go back to the 2 breaths in through the nose and 1 out through the mouth. But before you do this time, when you exhale, you're going to release with a hum, and you're going to hum with your lips closed and squeeze the back of the throat. The last 10 seconds if you can. If not, you can hum whenever you need to. So here's your 45 seconds, releasing that breath with the hum. Feel the vibration going through the body. And then straight back to that breath. 2 in through the nose, 1 out through the mouth. So these are short little rounds, and it's just a taster for you to notice how quickly you can shift your vibrational state. And when we lift the vibration in our body, that's when we can start to transmute what is worrying us, and instead we can open that treasure chest of magic and miracles that is waiting to be explored with fun and curiosity and creativity inside all of us. We can have that courage to make change where we might feel a bit stuck. So today I'm inviting you to clear any old blocks, any old energy that you're ready to let go of. And the more you unblock and clear the heart, the more magnetic you become to call in the life of the dreams. That means freedom, fun and abundance and pure love. The last 30 seconds with this breath. See if you can go a bit deeper maybe. Maybe you want to squeeze your fingertips into the palms of your hands, because your hands are an extension of your heart chakra. And a lot of energy gets stuck here in the hands. So you can start to bring that up. If you're feeling tingles and sensations, breathe through it, you are safe. Last 10 seconds. Take a deep breath in and pull the energy up from the root, the base of the spine, all the way up to the heart. The front and the back of the heart. I'm going to try and hold for a minute. If it gets too much, you're going to release with the hum, and then you go straight back to that breath for one last round. And please don't get frustrated if you can't hold your breath as long as you would like. When I first began breathwork, it was a 10-second hold, and after 3 months of consistency, it happened to be 4 minutes. So nothing is impossible. We're coming up to 35 seconds. So if you want to keep holding, you can. If you need to release, you release with that humming, and then you go straight back to that 2 breaths in through the nose, 1 out through the mouth. Last 15 seconds. I trust my body and allow myself to release without judgment and shame. I'm open to receive love. Releasing with that hum if you're still holding. Feel the vibration in the body. Straight back in, last round now. 2 breaths in through the nose. And if you want to be squeezing the pelvic floor muscles lightly up, charging that energy, any blocks that might be in the root around fear. Sacral chakra sits, the shadow of the sacral is guilt, and the shadow of the solar plexus is shame. So anything you're ready to let go of, even if you might not be holding it for yourself, you might be holding it for someone else or ancestrally. Because a lot of the times growing up, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to have to be a certain way or do certain things to perhaps feel like we needed to receive love, when the only love we need to receive is from ourselves. And that's when we go into that state of true self-acceptance of where we are, where we've been, all that wisdom that you've accumulated. I radiate love and I love my own company. Got 30 more seconds. Maybe go a bit deeper now. I do not need anyone to feel worthy. I release the need to judge myself negatively. Today, I start loving myself more. The more I practice loving myself, the more lovable I become. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze the belly button in, if you can, towards the spine. Lightly pull your pelvic floor muscles up towards your heart, all the way up to the front and the back of the heart. Holding that breath. We're going to go for 1 minute and 15 seconds. If you want to hold longer after I've told you that time, you can. And while you're holding, just building this confidence in yourself. My inner world creates my outer world. I have a loving relationship with my body, my heart, and my mind. Loving myself means I'm able to love others more. I've done 45 seconds. My body and my heart are my best friends. I choose to nourish my health. I am the healer of my own life. 15 more seconds if you're holding. If not, releasing with that hum and then just being in that energy. All love resides inside of me. Releasing with that hum. When you're finished, just allow yourself to be encompassed by that energy that you have created. Give yourself some gratitude for showing up for you today. And the more we show up and do these little practices and carve out some precious time for ourselves, the more our heart will open. And the more we learn to love ourselves and do what we need to do for ourselves first, the more the universe will reward us. And the better you will feel. So staying perhaps in this blissful state that you might be in right now, or if not, starting to wiggle and stretch your hands and fingers and toes. Have a stretch above your head, maybe with your arms. Maybe give yourself a hug. Give yourself some gratitude for doing the work. You're amazing. Thank you for showing up. Perhaps do this a couple of times a week and see how your energy feels. And doing it the most when the times when you feel like you haven't got time. That's the magic. Have a beautiful day. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Please send it on to anyone that you feel might benefit from it. I'll see you soon. Lots of love and light. And